my name is Kelly Cannon, and this is the Salt Lake Tribune Daily Buzz, a video series where we bring you the important story of the day and why it matters to you. So Friday was the last day of the Utah Legislative session, and one of the major focuses during the session was on what the state can do to improve Utah's various water issues. The Great Salt Lake is at its lowest point in recorded history. Aquifers are overdrawn, and water levels in the Colorado River Basin, including Lake Powell, are precariously low. Now, there were a lot of bills that took aim at some of these issues, so here's a quick rundown of just some of them. But first, we need a caveat. This video is being recorded in the afternoon of Friday, March 3rd, and the information that I'm about to relay is up to date as of this recording. Things might have changed as the legislative session doesn't end until midnight on Friday. And as always, even if the bills have passed the House and the Senate, they are contingent upon Governor Spencer Cox's signing them to turn them into law. To see the latest information, be sure to visit sltrib.com or check out our Twitter at sltrib. Okay. First, policymakers and water managers are irritated by Utah being classified as one of the most wasteful water users in the nation. They claim that it is an unfair statement because various states don't calculate water use the same way. So SB 119 would calculate the water Utah residents actually consume per capita. Second, HB 538 would restrict residents of the Great Salt Lake Basin from being able to irrigate their turf between October 1st and April 25th. There are exceptions for parks, schools, golf courses, and cemeteries, but those who violate the watering ban face a $45 citation, which doubles on the second offense. Additionally, SB 118 strengthens the state's turf buyback program that was set last year. Next, large school districts along the Wasatch Front have already taken steps to reduce their water consumption, but smaller, more rural schools don't have the funds to make those same changes. If HB 217 is signed by the governor, it will create a pilot program providing grants to help these schools pay for those water and energy efficient projects. Fourth, Speaker Brad Wilson proposed what he called the Utah Waterways as one of his solutions to address the state's water programs. The program is a public-private partnership that educates Utahns about the water and supports conservation projects. The bill would provide $2 million to the Division of Water Resources and an ongoing $1 million per year to support Utah Waterways. Next, farmers across the state have already taken advantage of millions of dollars made available to improve irrigation efficiencies through the Water Optimization Program. SB 277 further enhances this program by creating a committee of experts to help oversee the program and ensure that the water is saved as intended. The bill also appropriates $50 million each year for the project in the Colorado River Basin to encourage water reuse and conservation. Finally, a bunch of bills took aim at how to save the dwindling Great Salt Lake, which right now stands a foot lower than it did at this time last year. HB 513 sets up an emergency trigger that halts mineral extractors from siphoning the lake's brine. State regulators will also use the railway causeway bisecting the lake to cut off the lake's south arm from the north and keep the salinity concentrations from getting worse. The idea behind this is that it preserves the lake's brine flies and brine shrimp so that millions of migrating birds don't starve. With another bill, HB 491, the Great Salt Lake Commissioner will be chosen, and they will be responsible for taking all the interests and dilemmas and bringing them together. This commissioner will also develop a strategic plan for the lake and have some authority to take action, instead of only serving as an advisory role to other policymakers. And HB 349 will ensure that some of the only water that actually goes to the lake, basically municipal water, continues to flow downhill and is used for these purposes. So we want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Do you think enough has been done during this legislative session to ensure that Utah is addressing its water issues? Do you think the session could have done more to help address these issues? Comment below, or you can tweet us at sltrib. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you want these videos as soon as they drop, please make sure that you're subscribed. Thanks.